So it's been almost 2 seasons since Toro Rosso, Red Bull's junior team, was rebranded as AlphaTauri, and with the rebranding also came the new title of Red Bull's sister team and no longer the junior team. So this brought the question to my mind: can AlphaTauri and Red Bull really be equal? Well, I'll start off by saying that AlphaTauri is a fashion company owned by Red Bull, which was founded back in 2016. Now, why is this important to know? Well, now that Red Bull are using the AlphaTauri Formula 1 team to essentially advertise their fashion brand, I think that they want the team to be seen in a completely different light to their junior team. Let's think about this logically. If you look for any AlphaTauri clothing online, you'll notice something similar about a lot of their products. They all come with a hefty price tag. That means that this isn't supposed to be an ordinary fashion brand, but instead it's a luxury fashion brand. So it's a premium brand, aimed at those with large pockets. So as with a lot of premium and luxury product companies, the name and reputation of the company means a lot to them. I'll use Ferrari as an example here, since they're very much in the same position, but on a larger scale, I guess. Ferrari sell luxury cars, again with a hefty price tag, and their reputation as a successful Formula 1 team definitely plays some sort of part towards the sales of their cars and other products, and the company and brand name as a whole. Ferrari even go as far as not licensing their cars in certain games because of the damage that can be caused to the car. That all stems from the image they desire as a company. Of course, that's completely understandable because since luxury companies sell for a high price, they want the company to be associated with success because that's what money is generally associated with. So obviously the way they see it, a crashed Ferrari in a 60-year-old game, it's not really a successful image. Like, come on. Where have you seen Ferrari as even a relatively weak brand? Even when in Formula 1 they don't do too great, they still have that great reputation in the outside world because of all the success they did have, what they have accomplished. But what does any of this have anything to do with the AlphaTauri Formula 1 team? Well, since they're marketing expensive clothes, they now obviously want their customers to associate the team and brand with power and success, unlike when it was just Toro Rosso, the junior team for Red Bull. And to be honest, I think that can actually happen because if you haven't been living under a rock, you'll probably know that next year, each team will have an entirely new car, except for the power unit, which will be carried over from this season to the next. That means that AlphaTauri will keep the new Honda engine, but it will be rebranded next season since Honda are leaving Formula 1 as a company. With the new regulations also comes the budget cap, so when it comes to development, all teams now have the same budget to develop the best car they possibly can. So when the budget cap didn't exist, Red Bull essentially allocated all of their dough towards the main team, but now allocating money isn't a problem since both will have the same budget now due to the new rules. I think this opens up a whole new opportunity for the team, as with all teams, but when you think about it, why is Pierre still at AlphaTauri? Didn't he say he wants to be in a top car? Maybe that's the plan. Because if it wasn't, why would a well-established Formula 1 driver stay at a junior team? I genuinely think that AlphaTauri has big potential here. We know that Pierre Gasly is not a slow guy by any means, constantly landing that AlphaTauri in the top 10. And the car isn't the best on the field, but isn't bad either, so we know that they can build something decent on a lower budget. So next year, if AlphaTauri build a car around Pierre in the same way Red Bull did around Verstappen, I think things have the potential to get real at AlphaTauri. Obviously though, we can't forget about Yuki Tsunoda, who hasn't had the greatest season, with a lot of mistakes being made. However, he has shown promise in his racing skills, like in Bahrain and Turkey for example. And with a bit of tweaking, the car could be better suited for him too next season. So with all that covered, could AlphaTauri and Red Bull be equal? Well, in my opinion, not for now. As long as AlphaTauri are a midfield team, Red Bull will obviously be the superior team. Unless Red Bull somehow have a terrible year, which I don't think is very likely to happen anytime soon. And that's where I think they'll be next year, at the top of the midfield alongside a couple of other teams, since next year is supposed to be pretty close. But overall, in a couple of years, I do think AlphaTauri have the potential to become a top team and yes, even fight for the championship. I may sound overly optimistic, but honestly with this budget cap, I feel anything could happen, and for the reasons I've talked about before, I think everything I've just said is entirely possible. So yeah, I've kind of been all over the place, but to answer the question directly, can AlphaTauri and Red Bull actually be equal sister teams? Yeah, I think so, but not next year. Again, I think AlphaTauri have the potential and facilities to improve fairly quickly, but not so fast as to be a championship contending team next season. So yeah, that's been this video. If you liked it, make sure to like and consider subscribing, and be sure to let me know your opinions on this topic in the comments below. But on that note, I do hope you all have a great night, and I do hope to see you guys next time.